Well, I don't know if you guys will ever get to see this video or not, because I'm doing this mainly for my own benefit, so I can remember how to put it back together again. Here's the whole gear set, including the bushings on each side. And yeah, that goes in there like that. The reason I'm taking this apart is because, as you can see down in there, there's lots of grease. And I want to remove the grease, and I'm going to replace the grease with STP, which was recommended to me by one of my subscribers, who will have to remain nameless at the moment, only because I can't remember. So if it's the last to come out, it means it'll be the first to go back in. This is the second gear set. I've never done this before. I have no clue about any of this. Well, you can see I've got it all apart, and I've got most of the grease out of it and most of the oil out of it. And so that brings me to another issue. To finish cleaning this, I need to take it right off. And to do that means I got to disconnect the disconnect the belts underneath. And if I'm going to be putting oil in here instead of grease, I need to put at least a seal on the gear that goes vertical down to the pulley underneath. Because otherwise, I don't know if there's a seal on there or not now. I'll see if I get you over here so you can see that thing down in there. I got you on a tripod, but I'm bouncing you all over the place. Yeah, you can see the gear down in there. And my guess is that there is not a seal on it, because all this had in it originally was grease. The oil that you saw was the oil that I put in it, which was transmission fluid for a motorcycle, which is thicker than regular motor oil, but not as thick as gear oil. And based on what one of my subscribers said, I am going to be filling it back up afterwards with STP, which is considerably thicker than most, and it's supposed to work well. And I guess it's the standard go-to thing for guys that use these transmissions for racing mowers. So I'm not interested in making this suitable for a racing mower, but it is going to be turning faster for longer periods of time than it would have originally on the lawnmower. So for that reason, and as I had noted before, let me set you back down here. As I had noted before, it was making a little bit of noise in third gear, high gear. And when I took it apart, it was obvious that the grease had been slung off of it, and so it wasn't getting a whole lot of lubrication. So by putting oil in it, it will lubricate the whole thing. And I'll only have to fill it up a little less than halfway full to get it to do its job. So yeah, I'm going to take this apart, and I'm thinking at this point, as long as I'm taking this off and disconnecting the stuff underneath, I got to check out an issue with the clutch and either repair that one or put a new one in place, which is down underneath. Let me move the camera up a little bit so you can see where I'm pointing over here. It's down underneath this transfer box, 90-degree power transfer box, which is off of a lawnmower mower deck. And as long as I've got that disconnected, I'm going to take that apart and clean it and do the same thing. I'm going to put STP in that. And this already has, it looks like gear oil. It might even be old grease that is broken down. The grease in here was not broken down at all. It was still very supple and very greasy. That looks like a mixture of grease and oil in there, and it might be just dirty oil with a little bit of water in it, who knows. But while I'm at it, I'm going to take that apart and clean it. I couldn't get the pulley off of it, which I would like to do, this pulley down here, which you can't see because it's behind the battery. And if I'm going to take that off, then I think I'm going to take the motor off, and I'm going to clean the motor and paint it. All of these pieces will get cleaned and painted, and while they're off, I might as well go to town and tear the whole thing apart, tear the frame apart, take all the running gear off, including the front end, what you see up front there, and our gears and chains and all of our rear suspension back here, so that we will get the whole thing going. And while I have it apart, I will sandblast the frame and paint it. And as we get things painted, cleaned up and painted, I have the gas tank painted, by the way. Maybe I'll tack a quick clip of that on. I need to put my Goofy Kart decal on it, and I have a decision to make about the gas tank because it has lettering, embossed lettering on one side, and I really wanted that lettering to be exposed, but to do the lettering exposed and highlighted, there's not enough room for my Goofy Kart logo. And I really want the Goofy Kart logo on there because I have no other place to put it, really. So, yeah, unless I made a plate and hung it up behind the headrest, which is going to go up above the roll bar, I suppose I could do that too. But I'm thinking about that. It's a decision we got to make. And of course, while we're tearing all of this stuff apart, we're going to be cleaning everything and painting it. And when we put it back together, it'll be going back together in its completed form. So there you have a decision I just made, and it all started with this transmission. So hang on to your hats. I'm going to keep on doing little its and bits along with tearing things apart. I won't get much done the rest of the day today. I'm going to try and get this transmission off, but after that, I probably won't get much more done today. I got to go in and finish my preparation for Bible study tomorrow. So I'll be gone with that half of the day, and then I have, well, you don't need all the stuff I'm doing, but I'll be busy all day tomorrow, put it that way. And maybe Thursday, trying to think what I'm doing Thursday. Well, I have another project, major project that I'm starting over there in the back of my truck. And oh yeah, I should do a reveal on my new truck. I'll have to show you that. This is a new Shade Tree Fix-It Man shop truck, 2002 GMC Crew Cab SLS. And it's 2002, but it has less than 100,000 miles on it. It has zero, say it with me, zero Minnesota customizing. That means no rust. And it has new Michelin tires on it all the way around. It's in really nice shape. Really nice shape. The interior is very nice. And so yeah, and the old shop truck is going to my son Chad, with the agreement that when we go to the scrapyard, we'll use his truck and not my new one. I can still go to the dump with this and haul other stuff, but it's got a smaller bed And this one is shiny and nice, and you know, I don't want to be crawling around a scrap yard with scrap metal bouncing around in the back, if you know what I mean. So there, that's that, and the project that I'm showing you in the back there, that's a shower unit that I have to put in my master bathroom. And there's the phone ringing. Hello? Well, that's the way it goes here on the Goofy Cart in the Shade Tree Fix-It Man's workshop. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Bye now. Well, there's our gas tank in all its dented glory. And I have the gas cap just sitting on top there. I haven't assembled it yet. Let me take it off before that comes flying down. What my dilemma is that I want to put on my Goofy Cart insignia on there, and this would fit perfectly on this side, but the other side, let me turn this around here, the other side is the side that has the lettering on it that's embossed. And I would like to have this showing as well, although it really doesn't tell me much of anything. Let me get it so I can see it better. There we go, without all the reflections. And but if I use that, then my logo would be, you know, wrapping down underneath, and that wouldn't serve my purpose. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight these letters anyway, no matter what, and maybe they'll end up facing around the other way, and you know, you just won't be able to see them all the time, but we'll see once, one thing at a time. Till next time, this is George saying thanks for watching. Bye now.